Can we be a people of faith and still have doubts in our lives? Well, I surely hope so. The Gospel of Mark records this interaction between Jesus and this man. This man had come to Jesus to heal his child. And Jesus asked him point blank, do you believe I can do this? And the man says these words that are the prayers of all doubters. I believe, help my unbelief. He acknowledges that there's something there that he's given himself to, and yet he does not understand how it all works. And Jesus honors that man's words and his prayer and his desires, and the child was healed. Do doubts have a place within our life of faith? And absolutely they do. You see, doubts are a sign of that we haven't figured it all out, that we're still open. And I believe it's a sign of humility, doubts are. That we continue to seek God and say that we've not wrestled it all down. We still have questions. And that's a perfect place to be for the Holy Spirit to be at work. You see, sometimes I think we get too certain in our faith and we stop asking questions and we stop responding to the work of the Holy Spirit. Now, I'm not talking about the core tenets of our faith, that Christ lived a perfect life and died and was raised on the third day. But quite frankly, there's a lot that we just simply do not know. We're finite beings who worship an infinite God. We are flawed humans that serve a perfect Lord. And so there's going to be things throughout this life that just simply may not make sense, or maybe tension. And it's okay to say, I have questions. I even have doubts. And it's a place of humility that the Holy Spirit will work with and through. Secondly, and it kind of goes along with the first, I believe doubts are great doorways into greater understanding of who God is and what God does and how we can love him more and serve each other. When we admit that we have questions, we seek answers. And as long as we won't despair or give up, well, we continue to seek and ask and knock. And that's exactly what Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount was the key to being answered and to finding and for the doors to be opened. Do you have doubts? Well, join the club. Matter of fact, it's a club that goes way back to even when Jesus walked this earth. And it is one that the Holy Spirit will work in and through our times of questions and doubts. It's not a sign of our lack of faith. It's actually a sign of our seeking more faith. And for that, God always responds positively.